All right, all right. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome.
Back.
How y'all doing?
How are y'all doing? Sorry we missed you last week. I was under the weather. I'm still a little bit under, but I'm here. Um, I am Kel,
And I am Quintella.
and this is Recipe to Chivalry. All right, all right, all right. As usual, we'll do a short prayer and then get into the topic.
All right.
Alrighty.
You ready?
Yes, I am.
Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you and we bless your name. We thank you for all things. We thank you for this platform. We hope that it is inspiring and it's helpful to someone out there. Lord, we thank you for your mercy and your grace. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah,
Amen.
excuse the
Amen.
voice.
All righty. Let me see if I can go ahead and mute this phone. All right. So,
Okay, let's get us set up over here.
you straight over there?
I'm working on it.
All right. So, I'm just going to go ahead and do the intro. As you can see on the screen, dating websites, good, bad, or neutral. So, today we're diving into a topic that affects many singles, pros and cons of dating websites, whether you're a seasoned user or a contemplating joiner. We'll explore some of the highs and lows of online dating. Have you ever used a dating website?
I haven't. I've never joined a dating website. I've never had to use one. Plus, not for dating.
I've never used one. We were
like
talking about this a little earlier. I think the earliest thing I can remember was MySpace. And I never used it, but
I didn't use MySpace.
I never had a MySpace account.
I don't think I did either. I don't remember ever having one.
So I know some people that did. That was a way of them linking up.
Right.
It was before Facebook, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's some probably out there older. We're just trying to remember what they were.
I can't remember. If you remember some older sites,
please,
older than MySpace, please put it in the chat.
I'm thinking the 80s,
in the comments.
In the 80s, y'all.
Or something, yes.
From the 80s.
Can you see that good?
I can see that perfectly.
Okay. Make sure you can see it. All right, so we're going to discuss how dating websites allow users to connect with a diverse range of potential partners beyond the geographic location.
So what you said, water, sea, ocean, it don't matter.
Yeah,
bring them together.
That'd be one of the pros
trying to find somebody, because maybe they're not right there in your in your current area.
You might not walk into them every day. You might see them occasionally.
They might live in different states, different countries, like those type of things. So linking up to definitely.
Hold on, I got somebody said waiting on host to try and join in. Hold on. I just got a text real quick. Somebody trying to join the show. It says December 7th live. Okay, let me try to send out a new link then.
It's giving the old one.
I think it's giving an old link.
Yeah. Hold on a minute.
Let me do something real quick.
Yeah, send it to me again and I'll resend it out real fast. That our people can get online.
Y'all just bear with us for a second. Where are we?
Send it to my Yahoo. Same thing, but Yahoo. That one seems to kick in a lot faster. Bottom one, Now I'll just do this real quick. All right, hit that link. Okay, we are live, y'all. Sorry. We just have
I just sent that out again.
We have some
guests that are trying to get on. Guests trying to get on.
Yeah, so we want to make sure everyone can get on. We can do what we need to do.
Bear with us.
All right, you sent it?
Yeah, I sent it.
Okay, let's see if I can get it to link on. Give me a minute. Let's put these glasses on.
Okay, I did that. All right, we're back over here. All right, V, as soon as you can.
Oh,
We
we're sending you
sending the
out.
link out.
Yeah.
John, we're sending the
it.
link out. I'll resend it out again.
I'm waiting for it to kick in.
Mike, if you're watching, sent it to you to your email. Okay, so
taking a minute, but go ahead.
So, like we said, the geographic location, highlighting success stories. If anybody's out there, you want to highlight that you got on a dating website and you had great success with it. And couples who met online from different cities and countries, like we talk about the geographic location. So, if you have any stories or anything you'd like to share along those lines, we love to hear that. We love to hear that. So, we want to cover the initial interaction between you two.
Where
how
did
it
you
went.
send it from? I'm not getting
I sent it to both emails. Do I need to go to another?
Did you send it from Recipe to Chivalry?
I believe so.
It's not showing that you sent it. The one I'm seeing is an old one.
Oh.
Not for today. And the last one I sent, I see, was the one from.
Okay, this is the email right here. I'm sending it to. I mean, sending it from. Should I say? Excuse me. Do I need to change?
Maybe because of how you're in there, it's not coming through right.
Okay, let me do this then. Let me do this. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna come over here, open up this one, go to inbox. So I'm gonna send it from Recipe to Chivalry.
Yeah, because that's how I thought you were sending it originally.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so because I kept looking.
Compose.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was why. Wherever the last one.
Which one you want to send to?
Both of them, so I can get it, and I can send it over, or you can.
All right.
Send it to everybody. They're probably getting the wrong one.
Okay.
I'll just send it to those, and I'll drop it in the thingy once you send it to me. The link ain't on there, babe. You gotta send the link.
Yeah.
We need the link. Imagine that back over there. You got it.
Yes,
paste it. Okay. Now send it, and I should get it now.
I think that was my fault. My fault, people. In the wrong email. Mm-hmm. Imagine that. Yeah, so while she's handling that, I'll keep talking about some of the highlights. Another pro could be the control of the initial interaction. So yeah, I think that the app is actually good for that. The websites are good for that. You know, you can control. If you're kind of like one of those people that are very shy and bashful, it gives you some kind of control, and you can control the interaction between you and the other individual. That you can end it, keep it going, back off, and you don't have to be upfront and personal as much as you want to. You can throttle back some or throttle full ahead. So I think it works very well with that. Explain how you can take time to compose messages and present themselves. You may not be a very good vocal person, but on the app, you can actually sit down, take time out, and type in what you like. Okay, we got a guest here. What up, V?
Hey.
What up?
Now we're cooking with something. We're trying to get it together.
One of our regulars up here.
Okay, let me copy these links into this social media.
Yeah, so you have any input on any of that?
She didn't have it.
Or do I need to go back over it?
You need to go back over it, probably.
Vicky?
Uh-huh.
Do I need to go back over it?
Yeah, I didn't catch it.
Okay, we got another guest on here.
I'm trying to get everybody on.
Keisha. Thank you for joining us. So
we are talking.
I'm going to go backwards.
We're gonna go all the way back for y'all since you know.
And as you can see, the Q&A is dating websites, good, bad, or neutral. So with that being said, today we're going to dive into a topic that affects many singles and the pros and cons of dating websites. whether you're a seasoned user or contemplate about joining. And we'll explore some of the highs and lows of online dating.
Okay, so we'll be discussing.
So the first pro that we brought up was a wide range and variety,
geographics, right?
and how it affects you. You know, being able to reach out to a further geographical location that somebody you might not walk into every day, you might not see, you might not work with. That's a pro that it broadens your
reach.
Yeah, your reach.
Yeah, it may you may run into well, you may be in contact or contact someone or however y'all meet up on social media.
Right.
But y'all might have things in common.
Right.
You know, with this person, even though they live a little further or whatever. And
maybe we'll travel.
And they you may be able to find that person or you know from a different cities or countries. Because you know, it happens. I've heard of it happening that way.
Okay. Any of you have any input on that?
On that part of it, as far as
the pros
of it, like
the initial interaction,
a distance relationship.
Say again.
Are y'all talking about the pros of like the long, like being long distance?
Just dating on a website, period.
On anything, just about joining in it, and the potential to possibly meet the pros of it right now is what we're going to dive into. What are some of the pros you think there is to online dating?
So I think that there are a lot of pros to online dating. You pretty much are in control of who you speak to, who you allow to speak to. So if you're somebody that just, if you want somebody that's chocolate and over 5'10", you know what I mean? Like you swipe left. So you have some control over who you speak to. I think that if you do select someone before it even goes to the stage of even exchanging telephone numbers, you have that option to get to know them before it even gets to that next step. So I do like the control that you have in online dating, and then you also get to meet several different people. You know what I mean? I think the cons is that people be lying.
Okay,
pause on my bad. We just want to pros.
We're gonna deal with some of those pros first.
My bad. Sorry. So yeah,
that's all good.
That's all good. You there though. You all good. All right.
We
Keisha
got Marla
and
on.
Marla
I want to give her flowers. Thank you for joining. Have you heard the topic? The input?
Dating websites, good or bad or neutral?
Go ahead.
What's going on, people? How y'all doing?
How you doing?
Yeah. I'm back, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm back,
Welcome back.
So thank you for having me back. So look, the pros, to me, online dating, for the pros, I don't have really no input on that because it can go either way. It's a lot of, since COVID, things has changed from our time without COVID, where online dating at the time was, oh yeah, I get to meet her, I get to check her out first before we do that. But I think it's just a waste of time.
It's a waste of time.
Yeah. Online dating to me, because now since COVID, it's a lot of strange things going on out there in the world, and to me, I'm just speaking for me, I would be afraid of it.
Okay, so you're going his con. Okay, we're gonna hold you on the con since you don't have any pros. We're gonna hold you.
We're gonna circle around back to
you on that one.
We'll spin the block.
Keisha, do you have any pros to online dating before we circle back to y'all?
No.
Okay.
I only got 15 minutes because Buster just came home, so I gotta do his medicine and stuff.
All right.
Okay.
Love you. We still praying.
Tell nephew back. Scared. Yeah.
You call him
I
Buster.
got you.
Okay. So
Give me 15
Okay,
minutes.
hold on. We're gonna a minute. We'll move on a hot minute. All right.
yep.
Okay.
All righty. So now we're gonna talk about I guess another.
Well, we got Marla. She didn't say anything.
Yeah, Marla, you have
Did
anything
you
to say?
have anything to say about online dating?
There could be some good to it. It could be bad. I
Okay,
did.
good right now.
I did online dating, and that's how I met my husband. So it ain't all bad.
Okay.
There's some people out there, but at the same time, you just gotta. Hopefully, you choose the right one. And so, in my book, it can. I mean, again, it can go either way. At least you can kind of see. Well, especially if they're being truthful. Hopefully, you be okay, huh?
Or right before you.
Camera. You gotta say that one more time.
How many times did you swipe no before you swipe right?
So let me tell you. Okay, so as we know, I was sitting at home for 5 years, bored. It was honestly something to do. It was just boredom, out of straight boredom. That I put on them app. I got on the app for like a day. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Okay, cool. If they have like a cool conversation, my, I put my public, the one the Instagram. I don't really put nothing on. I put that one out there. So I ain't put my phone number out there. I put my whatever out there, and my name on that one was Chantella. So technically, my husband didn't know my real name. He thought my name was Chantella the whole time. So it is what it is. So I did it that way. So I'm like, all right, they hit me up on there, cool. Again, I might have stayed on there for like 24 hours, and then I just got off, and I kind of revisited every few months. So it was honestly out of straight boredom for me because I didn't have no communication with nobody. So it was, yeah, that was just my outlook again. It
Okay.
was the part of it too. So
You just casually, just like, okay, we're gonna see.
honestly, just out of straight boredom.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Thank you for your input. So far we got across the board. We have some good, we have some bad, and we have a neutral.
Neutral, right?
All right.
So we have a neutral.
We
So
bet,
yeah,
we bet
so,
1,000 right now.
yeah, we bet in a thousand.
So one of the other pros too is control, like Vonda said, control the interaction.
Right.
You can take your time. Like she said, she used a different site to put up this and filtered into that one to if they caught her interest or something. You can pose messages, present yourself. Like I said, if you're really not one of those persons to be very vocal, it allows you to
do like what she did, but she used
yeah,
a
vocal.
different
Like
name.
if you're not good at communicating to someone face to face because you might be shy or something like that, you can sit down and type out everything that you're
going
thinking.
on your head, right?
Right. So another
there's the algorithm.
Algorithm.
Right. It's supposed to kind of match y'all together depending on what your interests are, your values and your compatibility. I cannot talk tonight, y'all.
I got you.
I don't know what's going on.
So compatibility.
Yeah.
Share your insights. You can specifically put in key things that you're looking for or interested.
Yeah, like V was saying, I want him 6'1".
Right.
He got to be chocolate. He got to be specific things.
It help you refine your matches.
Right. So does it really do that for y'all? I'm kind of curious.
See, yeah, so I'm gonna direct that at Vonda. So when you put in all these parameters, did it really match? Did it match
you with some good people,
your preferences
or did it
that match what you was looking for?
My algorithm was broke. Okay, it was broke. It was way down in the ghetto. My experience was ghetto. No, I think because I swiped left so many times that this random people was just popping up. So no, my filters did not work at all.
So me being I want not even a novice, just completely ignorant, unaware of dating apps. So if you swipe to the left, you get rid of that person. If you swipe to the right, you keep them.
Yeah, so if you swipe left, that means you're not interested. They can't, because in the dating app, nobody can just send somebody a message. Y'all both have to swipe right. Like y'all both have to like
Ah,
say that y'all like each other. Then y'all can send a message. Or some of them, somebody can send you a message, and if you don't like them, you know what I mean, like you can't reply back. But they try to make it so that each person that swiped right, like y'all will then be able to send messages back and forth.
okay, that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Didn't know that.
Yeah,
Didn't know that.
okay. Me
Thanks for that
either.
information.
Yeah.
That's the
We
upgraded version. I
learning. We
started out
learning.
with Plenty of Fish. Plenty of Fish was the swamps. That was the trenches. Anybody could message anybody on Plenty of Fish. So I think like people just the dating app started to just upgrade after Plenty of Fish.
Okay. Speaking of which, were you ever on MySpace?
Yes.
Okay, so we have somebody who was on MySpace.
MySpace.
What
Good.
was older than MySpace?
We're just trying to figure out which. You ever
Um,
heard?
the AOL chat rooms.
Okay.
Okay.
So MySpace was kind of the first one to break out just before
I feel
Facebook.
like there was another one though, and I can't remember the name of it.
I only did MySpace.
I want to say
MySpace.
there was another one.
I'm quite sure there was, but I can only remember
Yeah.
everybody talking about MySpace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I know, and it's crazy because I kind of want to kind of get into this. If you think back to before we had like these dating apps,
Social
and out
media.
here, right, trying to meet somebody, if you had to compare the two as far as the availability of meeting someone that you're compatible to, would you prefer it? And I guess I'm maybe going ahead of myself. Would you prefer the dating app, or would you rather, back in the day, you
Boots to the
randomly run
ground.
into, boots on the ground, and you run into somebody and they wound up being a good match for whatever reason?
I think that look, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Brooklyn, New York, baby, I take that any day. Any day over any app. What a time. What
Same.
a time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to go back, I think I would. I don't know, because I see the usefulness of the app. Like I said, with the broader range, but I do prefer to face-to-face interaction.
Even on first meet.
Yeah, even on first for me, because some of these dating apps, I mean, like I said, I don't know about it, but I do see a lot of catfishing
And
going
I'm about
on,
to ask about that. Yeah,
and
like
you can see on here something that looks compatible, but when you meet them in person,
they're completely different.
completely different from what you signed up for. So yeah, I mean, I prefer the person-to-person interaction. I can get a feel for you. I can get a read, body language, hygiene, just how you look, how you carry yourself. It's a first date. You think most people will come looking prepared, looking the part, but some
And you
people
don't think you can get that on some of the platforms?
no. So what I'm saying is, on the platform, if it's just a picture, it could not be them.
Or it could be them. It's just an older picture.
Exactly. It's not them. It's the past them.
I gotta say,
So like she was saying earlier was, you can't communicate unless y'all both swipe right.
Right,
And so I swipe right off of visual presentation.
right.
And then you might be one of those every time you're on the camera, I'm just getting a headshot. You never show your complete self, your figure, or what if I'm one of those who prefers natural? And you're there and it looks natural because everybody doesn't have to have on a wig that's down to your ankles. They got some short styles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it can look natural, but it's not. So I mean, it's a bunch of stuff like that. So I don't know. But anybody else have any input on that?
Okay.
So with the dating app site, do you go into it for just casual dating, or in hopes? This would be to Vonda and Marla. Did you go into? Well, you said it was just for.
Marla said
It was just for to be boredom. So I guess it would lean more towards V.
Well, not just that. You can still put it to Marla because she said, she found her husband. So at some point, the boredom stopped.
Yeah,
and you found somebody
but she was already into an interaction with them. So my question is, when your initial thought process going into signing up for the app, was it look for just dating or for short term or long term? What was your thought process going into the signing up for a dating site?
Or is it just, okay, let's find somebody that we hopefully will match with, right?
Yeah, short term or long
term. Okay.
Was it just, hey, meet somebody, have a few dates, or you say, hey, you want to find somebody that can establish a long relationship and eventually?
Like, what is your intent when you're on these apps? Because some people are just looking for a friend. I guess it just depends.
For me, I always try to put out there what I'm looking for. So I always put like looking for a relationship or whatever, because I felt like for me, if I'm looking for a relationship and you just looking just for casually dating, then we're not going to match. You know what I mean? Because we off the back, we already don't want, the same thing. However, back to Marla's point, there was plenty of times that I was on there just really just bored too, and it was comic relief for me, because sometimes some of these niggas just I don't know what they be smoking, but they be smoking something. So I feel like at some point, like it did turn into comic, just comic relief, because it's just like, oh, y'all crazy. So, when you sitting here bored, ain't got nothing to do, you just get on there and just
see what's out there.
Yeah.
Okay. So being that we on that part of it, Marla, before I move on, do you have anything to say on that? Keisha? Okay, no. Okay, I'm gonna move on. We're gonna get into some of the cons.
Which you already brought up, which was the catfishing.
Catfishing, misrepresentation.
Right.
Like Vonda said, what you smoking? Dope or dog food?
Right. Your pictures, your information, everything isn't lining up. So let's get into your
So with we're gonna get your cons.
Right.
So with the cons, the one thing that I do agree with, it's a con, but it's kind of on the pro side. So what I mean by that is the cons are misrepresentation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a serious risk with dating someone and getting to know someone, because truth be told, there are predators out here.
Right.
So with the website, I think it alleviates some of the risk, where if you take your time, you can get a feel for this person, versus being upfront personal and getting to know right then and there that they're a creep, and then you got to deal with it right there. Because some are able to hide it, but some aren't. So I believe if you take your time and pace yourself on the dating site, you might get creep vibes right on start. You can say, oh, you know what? I did swipe right, but you definitely need to go to the left. So I think that's a pro/con. Okay.
I can agree with that.
So overwhelming choices could be a con, because you got so many people to pick from. And you're like, what the heck?
Well, Vonda said she didn't have that issue. She just
not her, but just in general.
For somebody.
Somebody. You might find 8 people that are 6'2" that check a lot of boxes. Like, which one do I?
Okay.
Or do you start getting involved with all 8 of them? It could be overwhelming.
Okay. Vonda, let's talk about your cons.
Well, to your point, Cal, it was never overwhelming to me because I feel like on Monday he had a bad batch, and Jeremy was just making me laugh. But on Tuesday, you know what I mean? Like Gary had a little sense. He was still a little off, but he had a little sense. On Wednesday, I might speak to somebody that's into politics. I'm into politics too, so it never got overwhelming. It was like, okay, I know I'm not interested in this person, but I enjoy, you know what I mean, like the conversation.
Right.
Okay.
So when I say overwhelming, and what you just presented, yes, I can see where that's not overwhelming. It's YouTube. It's Jerry Springer.
Hmm.
You know, I can see that. I
Hmm.
get my comedy out of it whenever I want to. But what I mean by overwhelming, if you find 6 guys that you're like, ooh, I'm very interested. I think that can be overwhelming trying to juggle all 6 ways. Just not politics. No, you're very interested in maybe
Well,
presenting a relationship with these two, but it's 6 of them.
well, I think that something like that, if that comes up and we had, and there are 6 of them and they all meet some kind of one of my qualifications, then it becomes process of elimination because I might have 3 of them where it's the same, and then I have another 3 where it's completely different. So then that's when I think we start subtracting people because then
Right.
it's no longer okay about the 6 one because all 6 of them meet that. So now you know how do they believe you? It becomes I think a number of other factors that can help keep it from becoming overwhelming.
I agree with that to 100%, except the last part. And this is what I'm saying, because in the beginning, when we talked about pros, we talked about the vast majority. You're reaching demographics that you probably would never even go visit.
Right.
Right. So it could be way more than 6 now. Because we talking about in your backyard, 6, that's easy. But now you got 6 in your backyard. You got 6 from North Carolina, 6 from South Carolina, 6 from Dominican Republic.
I would love to meet the person that has that many options on the app. And let's talk realistically. I don't feel like
I'm being realistic.
Some people I don't think.
Hold on, let me finish.
I'm okay. Go ahead.
No, I'll let you finish.
No, go ahead.
So I think that is realistic because people get on here and have that much reach. You might say, hey, you want somebody from your neighborhood, right? And let's say that's 5. Would that be realistic?
I guess maybe.
Okay. Then what if you're saying, you know what, I'm open to dating outside of my ethnicity. I heard these Brazilian women are gorgeous to look at. And then you find 5 of them on here who meet your qualifications. And you're like, dang, that's international. This is home. So now we're talking about 10 to 12. So think about the other regions when you come across somebody that speaks French and that's like appealing to you. Like, wow, I never thought I could run into that or even have a conversation with someone like that. So then you entertain those. There's always going to be a process of elimination.
Right.
But I'm just saying, I'm from my standpoint, I can see where it gets overwhelming if you're entertaining all those with the possibility of a relationship. Because a lot of things could tweak it. Like I said, just communication. And, oh man, she speaks French. How many people here ever heard somebody say speak French and that sounds just so beautiful, so sexy?
I hear that. I hear what you're saying. I don't think that I still don't see where it would be overwhelming because again, if I have that many options, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say there's even 8 of them. Again, if I am seeking a relationship, then it's no longer about like just what they look like. I'm going to, I know, but I'm just saying that I think that we start subtracting people to keep it from being overwhelming because now I want to keep just this small group and really focus in on that. I would think.
Okay, so let me try to put it into a scenario type, right? In the industry, I'm gonna ask Father this question. In the industry, right? And I'm talking about whether it's music, movies, anything like that, right? Around those lines. What men do you find attractive in those genres, like Tyson Beckford. Will he be one that you like?
You talking to me?
Yes.
Um, until he started talking.
Right.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm just talking about initially,
So just from looks.
just from looks
Oh
in
yeah.
the industry.
Okay.
Not even in
Yeah.
the industry.
Just
You
off of
find
looks.
attractive
Yeah.
that you like to maybe interact with.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get to the part of them talking, but there's a bunch of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just that alone, I think, agrees with me saying how it can get overwhelming. Because, like I said, there's always going to be a process of elimination. Because technically, you should only break it down to one, even if it is five. But if your reach goes beyond your backyard and you start touching other islands and other countries, even a block over from where you stay, have you ever walked around and met somebody like, I never seen you around, but Dad, you live right here? How long? And y'all never bumped into each other. I've never seen it. That happens often.
True.
So I can see where it becomes over. It can be overwhelming because then you have so many decisions to make. Like you said, elimination. What qualifications do I eliminate these 12 guys off of? Because then it may have to be something so minuscule.
I think that I agree with Quinn on this one. In my experience on the dating apps, it was never like I had that many people that I was genuinely interested in. I might have a lot of people that I'm having conversations with, but
Mhm.
like I would like like I was saying in the last example, if I'm talking to Jake on Monday, Jake just make me laugh. I already know I'm not interested in Jake. It might be something about him I'm not interested in. So he's not he wouldn't be in the running for someone that I'm, you know what I mean, like interested in. So in my experience, it was very underwhelming for me. It was never overwhelming because on these dating apps, in my experience, I never had like, oh, these three people live in Virginia, I like them. These four people live in North Carolina, I like. It's for some reason it's not set up, and you're not reaching like people in Brazil on the apps that I've been on. You're not talking to people like internationally. These are people that, you know what I mean, are like local, because somebody that you want to be able to link up with, you know what I mean, eventually. So it really wasn't overwhelming for me because I personally never had that many choices that I was interested in like that. It's always been like maybe one or two, because again, for me, what I liked about the app is you were in control
Right.
over, you know what I mean, like who you talk to, who even you exchange numbers with. So I didn't even exchange numbers with anybody until I'm like, all right, you know what I mean, I think I might be interested in him, or somebody that I met, it's somebody that I met in the AOL chat in 2001. Never was interested in him like that. We still cool. You know what I mean? Like we still talk to each other because I met him and I was like, you know what? I like him. We cool. But
Right.
never was interested in him like that. But so for me, in my experience, it was very underwhelming. I never would. I wish I was overwhelmed, but I was. I was never overwhelmed.
I
So
mean,
it is fair to say that the app is set up for you to find somebody within your region.
or is it set up where you can do that or outside of your region?
Well, I
Because you're talking
think.
about one app.
I think, yeah, for me, I think that when I'm putting in my parameters and all that, and they have like the little ranges, I think in my mind, like, okay, how far do I want to talk to somebody, and what am I gonna move there? You know what I mean? Are they gonna move here? So I kind of take those things, you know what I mean, like into consideration as well. I've did my reach for like 500 miles. I've never done over, you know what I mean, like 500 miles, but I've did it up to like 500 miles. But that was it.
Right. So I mean, again, so the app is set up where your reach can go way further than just your backyard. It's just whether you choose to set those parameters for that or not. So,
Some of them. Mm-hmm.
right. So what I was trying to say was on a case by case scenario, yes, you may be underwhelmed, but on a broad spectrum, we're talking about the pros of the app, not specific individuals like you and her was speaking about. So like some of the stuff we kind of like got some data on, and one of the cons, they said overwhelming choices, and it says discuss the paradox of choice and how to choose, how having too many options can lead to decision fatigue because you got way too many options, right? And then you can explore that and go a little further of how you're looking at, like I was saying earlier, you got so many choices that you may overlook the potential for the great matches in pursuit of an ideal partner because you got so many choices where, okay, I'm just throwing this out there. They're really into football. You're not.
Mm-hmm.
So you eliminate that person because of that, where they could have been a potential great mate.
Right.
And instead of you saying, you know what, when he gets into football, that's just his time. And I find me something to do. But in the process of having so many choices, you may eliminate some people based off of small, minuscule things because you got too many choices. But again, that's the app, not everybody, because Rhonda said she was underwhelmed.
Right. And it's lack of maybe authentic.
Authentic connection.
I
Yeah,
can't get my life together.
it could be.
today, yeah.
It could be a lack. That's another.
They're not authentical.
It's not authentic.
Right. Connection.
Because it could be superficial up front,
Right.
where they seem genuine.
Right.
You think you're actually making a connection,
Right.
and it's under false pretenses, right?
Right.
So, interactions sometimes to lack depth, that you really can't get into a deep, meaningful conversation with that person because it's online. Instead of face to face.
Well, I think that's when, like she said, it comes down to whether she's going to give out her number. So I guess after asking some questions, then I would think that depth or that connection to want to maybe have a deeper relationship, deeper conversation comes into play. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I agree with that.
I'll give y'all an example, and this is really not. I'm not. He was this guy was. And let me just say this first. By no way am I trying to offend anyone who has autism. This is not about me trying to offend.
Okay.
But I met this guy on the app. We texting on the app. Great conversation. Everything good. See his picture. Decent looking. Okay. In the military, retired, in school. He checked all the boxes. So eventually we started texting. We exchanged numbers. Okay. Eventually we link up. We go bowling. No, I take that back. We linked up inside the bar at Olive Garden. And we sitting there talking, and I'm like, I can't, something is off. You know what I mean? Like the communication seemed strained to me. You know what I mean? Like something was off. I couldn't really
forced.
It just wasn't connecting. Like it wasn't making sense. I felt like I had to explain things more than one time. It felt very strained. Did it again. We went bowling. That was a little better because you bowling, so you're doing physical activity, but I still felt like I just can't put my finger on it. Well, the more we talked, find out his son had autism, and I'm like, that's it. He's autistic. Now, I don't have anything wrong with, again, not trying to offend, but I feel like when you have autism, the way you communicate with people, you have to let them know. You know what I mean? You have to let them know these things, or else it's going to create a difficult, we're going to have a hard time. But in the end, he had autism, but he wasn't upfront with that. So, like, we started the relationship, not even a relationship, but the communication just became harder and harder and harder because he wasn't able to be upfront with what was going on with him. And by the time I figured it out, and I was just done at that point. So that was just one of the things where I say, like, you meet people, and I'm not saying he did it intentionally, um, but certain things like that, you have to be upfront and let people know, so people know how to communicate and how you're communicating.
I agree with that 100%. And that example you gave is perfect and right on time because it leads into another segue, and that is ghosting and lack of closure. So, has anybody ever faced that on dating? Like somebody all of a sudden y'all felt like something was being built, and all of a sudden they don't answer your texts, they don't call, they just
completely
like you don't exist, just ghost you.
Mm-hmm.
I was good for that.
Huh?
I said I was good for ghosting people.
Oh, so you were the ghoster. Come on here, ghoster.
Mm-hmm.
So why were you good for that? Why would you do that?
You said why did I do it?
Yeah, what were your reasons?
I think for some like the conversation, like Rhonda said earlier, sometimes the conversation is like it's strained, like you gotta force a conversation. But then when you explain to them, look, I don't have time to sit here and try to figure out what you're thinking because I'm not a therapist. Just say what you need to say or say how you feel. We trying to get to know each other. But it's like it's always an excuse of why they don't want to say what they feel. So I was like, okay, I got to go. Communication. I always had two phones, so it wasn't no you want to get my original number. No, you can have this number over here.
So this is a two-part question. Being that you were the ghoster,
Hmm.
do you feel like do they deserve closure? And use on the other side of it.
Did they deserve closure?
Yes.
About why you did
Why
it.
you should both? Well, you feel like
I
you
don't.
already talked.
I don't think they deserve closure.
Okay.
I mean, because we was just communicating. We wasn't in no relationship or whatever the case may be. We was just communicating.
Okay. So people disappearing without explanation sometimes can show the lack of accountability. Not saying it's you.
I mean, but do you really have to when you're first getting? I don't feel like I should have to explain myself. We start having a couple of we're texting back and forth, and then all of a sudden, I feel like at some point it's just not working for me. That's the whole point of being on the app, is to find somebody that I think I would be interested in, and I would think it would be the same way for that other person. I'm just, if I'm not interested and I stop communicating with you, that means that you're no longer somebody that I'm interested in or that I feel like it's worth my time. So again, why do I have to be accountable for how you feel when you know you're on an app where this could potentially happen if I don't feel like you're a match?
All right. So let me try to put it into this.
Am I wrong?
I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I'm just giving a.
Oh no, I'm
just giving a rebuttal.
Okay. What's your rebuttal?
So my rebuttal is this. So how many times has anybody been in a relationship and that person just left you and you like,
yeah, but
that, hold on, let me finish. So then you can feel like, even not even, okay, let's take it, I know we get ready to go with that. But how many times you've been talking to somebody or trying to talk to get to know them and they're like, and just exit stage left. And you never been left with like, I wonder why? Because that can affect somebody's self-esteem. I'm not saying you have to, but on the other flip side of that, if you're the one being ghosted, you might want to just know why. So maybe you can correct those things. Like Keisha was saying, hey, I'm trying to force you to do this. I'm trying to force you to do that. You're not giving good communication. Like Ravana said, hey, you know what? I lost her, but going forward, that she explained that to me. Now I know whoever else I get involved with and we go to those steps where we got to the meet and greet, got past the phone call, we actually went out on a date. Okay, I cannot self-sabotage myself if I put my I want to be respectful, my disabilities out front.
But shouldn't that be out front? Okay, so
It
what
should
is
be.
a reasonable? Okay, so when you're,
Sometimes it's
what is
sometimes
the timeline on that? Like, is that something like V said for her? She put everything right out front. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. X, Y, and Z. That's it. So there's no timeline, and you're not confused about anything or who you're dealing with because that person is being straightforward and straight and upfront and honest right then and there.
okay. So
But let's say we don't have somebody that wants, they don't feel comfortable
there you go.
putting
There you go.
their disability out there right away.
There you
What
go.
is the timeline on that?
I don't-
Should there be a timeline? Like at what point when I'm talking to you, should that happen? Because again, if not, because what I'm hearing from V is they talk like
Yeah.
like she said,
Yeah.
he seemed to meet every single thing that she was interested in. Then when they actually got to meet, there was just something that was off. So that tells me, what were you doing during the times where we were just texting back and forth, where the conversation seemed okay and seemed right until the minute I met you, and then it wasn't. So
Because of the fact, again, I stated this earlier, some people are not very comfortable with face-to-face, meet somebody they absolutely do not know. So again, you saying you should have, absolutely you should have.
okay,
But wait a minute, hold on. Again, that could be something that he's very, do we all have something, yes or no, that we would not put out front to somebody to know until we really get to know that person? So that may
Yeah.
that could have been his thing, like he's kind of shelled on putting that information just straight out.
okay.
So
but
I'm not
again,
saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. But the point I'm trying to get to is, should there be, when you ghosting somebody like that, and I'm not saying you ghosted them, V, I'm just saying if you get ghosted for whatever reasons, should we give some kind of closure? I'm not saying you have to, but there could be people on here that nobody ever does the correct thing or the things that they should do. And some of this could be brand new. Dating, I don't care how old you are, dating could be a brand new aspect to some people. And they may not know the pros and cons of what I should put on this app and my attributes or whatever, my disabilities. Should I put? Some people are like, I'm not putting that on. I got 6 fingers. I'm not putting that on there. You'll see it when we meet. And if it's an issue for you, okay, or I won't bring it up, but I'll put it out there when you see it. I'm not hiding it. And if you want to know about it, you'll ask me, and then we'll discuss it. And I'll read your body language and see how you act when you see it. Or I got, let's say, one eye goes the other way when you're sitting there talking to me. I'm not going to put on the eye, hey, I got an eye that do what it want to do whenever they get ready. You'll see that when you see me, and I can get a read off you if that's an issue for you. And then you may be bold enough to say, hey, I noticed something. What's going on? You're like, oh, well, I was born like that. Oh, I had an accident and this happened, and we'll see if we can get past that. So not everything is going to be always up front, maybe or maybe not. But
I think that y'all both saying the same thing, because Quinn is saying, well, at what time do you come forth and say that? And you're saying that too, like you'll go on a date, you might not say anything, but if you go on a date and you get a read for it, that's really how it went. I'm like, hey, I don't know, like it seemed a little different. He was like, yeah, I know. Okay. And we keep going, like this is a, I know I can't put my finger on it. It seems like we're having a hard time communicating and understanding, you know what I mean, each other. I said that several times.
okay, so she did put it
okay,
out there, and he still never said, "Oh, it's because of this." And see,
No. Mm-mm.
and see, and that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. At what point doing this, especially when I bring it up, that you know what, this ain't right. Our communication, how we were communicating by text or whatever, is completely different now that we're here in person. Like, what is the issue? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, for me, it's like, when you say time frame, I think like what V said, that would be the time. I don't know if it's a necessary time frame, but if you're confronted about it, yeah, definitely bring it up. But I think it's case by case if you're going to put that information straight out front.
Okay, so
some I think should be, some maybe not.
Okay, so with that being said, then when she decided, okay, I don't want to talk to you anymore because this isn't working for me, shouldn't that be explanation enough for that person? I would think, because
it depends on the scenario. You dealing with her scenario?
Yes, we just. Because we're gonna deal with. Yeah, we're gonna deal with.
I'm talking about in general.
No,
this is real life.
I mean,
it's not.
Well, in general, is it? I'm talking about. We actually have one that actually happened. So
yeah, I mean, in her situation, yes.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah.
But not every situation may fit that.
But and it may not. Every situation does not fit an explanation either, though.
I didn't say it had to. I was asking, can we give it closure? Because take it away from the dating aspect. When you're actually in a relationship with somebody,
that's different.
I said take away from that, and when you're in a relationship with somebody, and that person decides to break the relationship off, a lot of people want closure.
And that's what I'm saying.
Throughout the relationship, you could have been told, "Hey, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this," and you keep doing it, and they're like, "You know what? That's it." And you're still just like that.
And you
wish you told.
So, yeah, but you have people where you have told them that, and it still wasn't enough for them.
That's
so
what I say.
And
I said case by case scenario. That's what I'm saying, case by case scenario.
Okay.
So sometimes closure could be warranted, maybe not. I don't know. That was just a question.
Okay, I have another question for V. For your time and effort that you invested in that, do you feel like it was wasted? Because now we're talking about.
I ate for free. I bowled for free. No, I don't feel like it was wasted. It just was what it was.
So did you think it was time consuming?
No, I mean we only really linked up twice.
No, not just that individual. I mean overall, just the app itself. Different profile, sending different texts.
You said was
I?
I'm logging off, y'all.
All right.
Okay, talk to you
later.
All right.
Was being on the app time consuming?
Okay.
Say again, V.
You said was being on the app time consuming?
Yeah, like dealing with all the different profiles, texting each one of them, seeing what's going on.
No, not really, because some people work at night, so they text, during the morning. Some people text in the afternoon. Some people text at night. Some people text every 2 or 3 days. So it wasn't time consuming. After a while, I feel like, for me anyway, when I'm not having luck on the app and I'm always swiping left, I'm on my way off the app. So a lot of people that I talk to while I'm there it's just comedic relief. It's just to you know what I mean, like to kill some time and let the day go by, because I'm not interested. You know what I mean, like that. And a lot of times on these apps, people are cutthroat. I don't think that 90% of people that ghost people, male, female, really don't matter. I think it just comes with the culture of the app. And I didn't know that at first. But that's what it does. I have a hard time being like, no, I'm not interested, but thank you so much. And you want to you want to get to know, well, what is it? I don't like that. I don't like the, well, what is it? And then I have to explain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like that whole part of it.
While he's typing, see, that's some of what I was talking about. Like, why would I have to kind of explain? Oh, why you don't like? I mean, it's bad enough when you're dating regularly and you meet somebody out in the street and you have some good conversation. Then after a while, you find out, you know what? Maybe this person won't be a match. they'd be like, "Oh, why you ain't call me? I ain't heard from you," and you happen to bump into them somewhere, and it's like, yeah. And you gotta lie because you be like, I don't want to hurt this person's feelings, but yeah, I just got a lot of personal stuff going on, and you do that sometimes. And I know in real life when I was dating, because there was some things about that person that made me say, you know what, they ain't all right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do anything to put my life in danger. Let me try and just keep this as cordial as I can and keep it moving.
Well, yeah, so like in some of these apps, I think one of the number one things we should do is be honest in your profile and your communication.
Set boundaries like V did.
Right.
Take breaks because it seems like Marlon Vonda both said, they do that, when it's no longer something that they're interested in, or she's on her way out, we're gonna get off this app, because it's no longer working for us. And like she said from the very beginning, it was trash. The pool was muddy.
Carl, can you hear us? Okay, can you speak? We're not hearing you on this end, so it has to be something maybe on the device that you're on, because we can't hear you.
Yeah.
I see you typing in the chat.
And
but
didn't come on YouTube, and I don't have nobody.
No, he's on
Okay.
Restream.
Okay.
So for some reason, whatever device you're on is not showing that you have a microphone. Okay, try the phone next time. Okay.
Okay.
So
That's
any
fine,
questions you
we
have,
almost
anything you can
landed
type in here, I can see it, and I'll
Okay. So in conclusion, let's just talk about this for a minute. It sounds like me weighing in. There could possibly be some good things about the app, but what I'm finding is for our audience and for the ones that are on here, good old meeting somebody face to face in the street, good old regular way seems to be a more preferred way.
So Carla here says, I think this is my brother actually. Said he's used dating apps for the last 10 years. The last 4 girlfriends were from there.
Okay.
Okay, so
There's John. We got you,
yes,
John.
John. Let me give Miss Flowers.
How was your experience with those?
Yeah, what would you say? Overall, was it a good experience or a bad experience? And do you continue to use it?
He
Okay,
said
he said it was a good experience. So did you go into the dating apps with the mindset of short-term or long-term relationship? He said he just used it this morning, so he keeps on using them.
So, okay, it's working for him.
He says mindset of marriage always. He doesn't play. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So we do have somebody on there that, okay, he's another one. Okay. He puts right out there exactly what he's looking for and what that looks like for him. Okay. And you said the last 4 girlfriends. Why didn't the other ones work? Just wasn't compatible in the end, or
did they try to catfish you?
Right. I gotta say, did you find out that they was not marriage potential?
Or was they just trying to get in your pockets?
Why always gotta be the woman getting in the pocket? She can be the one.
We're gonna find out from him. He
making the money.
He gonna tell us
and can do well
why it didn't work. Was they trying to get in your pockets? No, not compatible.
Okay, but they were girlfriends. But you said they were girlfriends, so they had to be compatible in the beginning.
You said fought too much.
Okay, so after being with them a while, that's when the other stuff started coming.
So this is a prime example, though, too, that according to his parameters he set in the matchmaking, they matched, but then when they came into face to face.
He said he got catfished.
But he got catfished. Okay. He said, but when they came together, they argued too much. And they just didn't meet.
Well, it's
eye to eye.
Well,
repeatedly.
It doesn't get your personality.
Cute Japanese girl. Okay, cool. So was it small, minuscule things that y'all fought and argued about, or was it more
major
issues
that were just
that put a
like,
pause on going forward for the long haul?
he said
These
major.
are major. Okay.
Right, major.
Okay.
It's always going to be them deal breakers.
Okay.
He said
Some
some
were small, which that's always going to we argue now.
We argue all the time.
So yeah, I can see that. But cool. So you still use so overall, like we said, dating websites could be very beneficial.
Oh, he said one was abusive.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we gotta definitely put them to the side.
Verbally.
Still
Yeah,
gotta put them to the side.
And I think those are the cons that I guess I'm speaking about. I guess that we were talking about with the app, because those are the things that come out later on. So on paper or on digital, they seem to check all the boxes until you actually get to know the person. Like V said, you go out on a couple of dates, you start dating, everything looks good, and then all of a sudden, when y'all start getting into the depth of exactly what you are needing or what you want out of the relationship, that's when all of those other things come into play.
He said some girls are forward and admit that they have a mouth, and also some lie. So when you say they have a mouth,
what does that mean?
They're just argumentatively, they're just combative.
Because I have a mouth.
Was it more along the lines of lack of respect? He said very sarcastic. So that could probably be along the lines of.
He said some can be mean, some lie. Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
Have you tried outside of your location, like long distance relationship through the app? So but they're forward about having kids. Well, yeah, they have to. They can't hide that.
You can't hide your kids, and if you are, then you really.
Okay,
yeah.
so he went 100 miles. Is the most.
It's the most he's done his for.
So he said he went outside 100 miles. And how well did that go? How long did it last?
So you're not willing to go out further than that? He said it depends.
Okay.
All right. So again.
So again, we have to weigh your options, decide what best works for you when using the websites. Would you agree?
Yeah, I do agree with that for the most part. So what it sounds like is we have a mix of what the app provides, depending on the person. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Like Vonda said, she will get some entertainment out of it.
Right.
Marla got some entertainment out of it, but she was neutral on it, and she did wind up finding her mate.
Her husband. Congratulations for that. And if you still on Marla, what dating site was that? So somebody might be able to jump on there and find some success.
What dating app was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that you found.
It was BLK.
It was who?
BLK. Hi.
BLK. So you might want to jump on there so you can find your husband on BLK.
Vonda, she might have done that one.
Done that one, V?
Yeah.
Well, you need to get with Marla. You need to go ahead and be a matchmaker and help her out. Help her get a boo. And show her how you snatched your man off of BLK.
Or we can probably host something.
Yeah, we can do that. We can host something.
Figure out something.
Let me catch John.
For the single people.
So he said it depends, I guess, outside of the 100 miles, how much he likes them, maybe meet up. People can lie on their profile. Absolutely, that's catfishing. But also, there are guys who put up fake pics and try to get money. Same for girls. Yeah.
Oh, I think that's on anything, social media, period. We were just talking about that, like OnlyFans app and all of those things. You just never know. I think it's important to kind of do your research.
Absolutely.
Especially, I think in this day and age, because y'all have access to so much and like people are putting up like fake photos, y'all know y'all can reverse search those things. So right away you can find out, even the Christian apps, they're predators on that too. So I think you should really be diligent about, when you get involved with these people. Just don't take, like you said, to keep from being catfish. Reverse search those images, those accounts, and you'll be surprised what you find out.
Hey, ask for the baby pics.
Right, that too. Oh yeah, but that's a whole nother
That's a whole nother-
conversation.
a whole
Yeah,
nother topic. But,
to make sure they are who they say they are.
John said he used Christian apps before, but even seeing it there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
doubt it.
Yeah, I second that. Them Christian apps, they is not Christian.
Totally can believe that.
Which is so crazy because you would think if you're promoting it as a Christian app, the people that design it, you would think they would monitor the type of individuals and the stuff that goes on. Or is it like
that would be hard?
Or is it like once you start dating on the side or you start communicating on?
Because to what level do you have any kind of privacy? So you have to report that person, then they can investigate that.
I mean, yeah, true.
That's a whole other subject. But yeah, just be careful, be mindful that no matter what the site says, whether it has Christian attached to it, that everything you see might not be what it is. So with that, we'd like to thank everybody for listening
and for coming on and for participating.
And don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, and tune in next time when we discuss more relationship dating.
Next
topics.
week is the last week of next week is the last week of 2025. We'll be doing 26. So maybe what we'll do next week is we kind of recap everything that we went over and kind of figure out what we learned, like what exactly, from each of your conversations that, and the interactions we've had with y'all, and maybe kind of discuss that. And if there's something that we need to revisit, let us know.
Please bring it up. Yeah, we're gonna try to put out some stuff that we're trying to do, like some live stuff. Get a couple in here that's just started dating, some married couples in here. We try to get some financial gurus up in here to give us some insight on how to save money, make money.
So if y'all have anybody, know anybody, please like, share, post, repost, definitely subscribe to the channels. We are on YouTube. We are on TikTok now. Look at us coming on up.
Yes.
And of course, good old Facebook. So definitely visit all of our social medias. We will be trying to do a lot more. Just please keep in mind that it's normally me trying to because Yep, you saw that, right? I'm blinking 4 times if I'm in danger.
Don't believe it.
With me trying to do it. So it's a lot. And anybody that know anything about trying to manage social media in a full-time just life period, it's a lot. So I get overwhelmed about trying to do everything, but I'm gonna try and get better and figure out some help eventually. But yeah, we working it out. I haven't forgotten something else I was supposed to be doing, but we're gonna get some stuff straight. Definitely.
We come out with some more merch. I ain't got mine on it though. She got hers.
I didn't want to wear this hat, but this was the hair. Yeah, the hair.
You represent the whole team.
Yeah, we represent the home team, so it's okay.
Again, thank you guys so much for joining. We love y'all, and I am Kel.
And I'm Quintella. Good
and
night.
This is Recipes of Chivalry, and
good night.
Good night. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Good night. We see y'all next time.